Subscribe, hype, like, click the notification bell and turn on all notifications. And donate with a super thanks donation in the comments section below for the unfiltered, unapologetic SeanzViewEnt, your home for WWE news, rumors, and backstage chaos. This is where gossip gets exposed around the clock. Now, here's your host, the brash SeanzViewEnt.
Well, it is July 4th, which means you got the cookouts, you got those swimming pools, you got the hot dogs, you got the fireworks, you got the heat, you got the power, you got the synergy. It is also the 250th, yes, 250th anniversary. All those years, all those tears, all those fears, all the happiness, all the glory, all the allure of what you're looking for here as concerns WWE news, rumors, gossip, and speculation. Ladies and gentlemen, we tear it down, we bring it up because we keep you in the know, because that is what is up on this very channel. So important, so crucial to hype up the video, like, comment, subscribe. And guys, as the intro said, you got to click that bell and turn on all notifications, because we are your verified source for the hottest, the latest, the greatest, the newest, the most definitive, the most exclusive in the WWE. Boy, do we have a lot to cover. And again, I want to wish and send out to all of you out there, whether you're on a cell phone, an iPhone, a laptop, a desktop, a tablet, a TV, however you watch and view me, again, enjoy and have a happy 4th of July. And don't you lie, because this is the brash and the brazen. Ladies and gentlemen, the fix is absolutely in right at the top. Body cam footage has finally leaked, shows Hulk Hogan's home, aide explaining final moments before his death. Now, we all know Hulk Hogan died almost a year ago. It was in the month of July of 2025 that the immortal Hulk Hogan left us, went away. It's still sad to think about it, but there's still a lot of questions. There's still a lot of speculation. There's still a lot of doubt around Hulk Hogan, his death, and what truly happened in that house on that day out of nowhere. Now, we all know Hulk Hogan had a tumultuous career, a lot of ups and damn sure a lot of downs. But again, viewers, without Hulk Hogan, there is no WWE, there is no WrestleMania. Hell, there may be no professional wrestling. It certainly would have not reached the levels that it did without the immortal one, Hulk Hogan. An era has come to an end. And now, there are still concerns. There's still innuendos out there. There's still a lot of different things that are being broken down. But ladies and gentlemen, as complicated as that is, and we will never forget the iconic Hulk Hogan, the red and yellow, the NWO, the TNA days, the WCW days. I mean, Hulk Hogan spanned so many generations, so many promotions, so many companies, so many different bosses, so many different characters, movies. Hulk Hogan did it all for the life and the life that he had while he had it on this earth. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to break you the news right now because we've got some complicated plans as it concerns CM Punk, SummerSlam, Sami Zayn, and the Undisputed WWE Championship. And we're going to bring that up right here and right now. Cody Rhodes' WWE SummerSlam was supposed to be pretty simple, along with CM Punk, right? Along with CM Punk. Come back, build towards Cody Rhodes, and get the big match that the WWE had lined up. And then Sami Zayn walked out at Night of Champions with the WWE title, and now everything is a lot messier, according to those in the know. Punk had been off WWE television since the April 20th episode of Monday Night Raw, but the belief is that his return is still coming fast, and according to early reports, WWE still expects CM Punk back on the July 6th edition of Raw from the Allstate Arena in Chicago, which we all know is CM Punk's backyard. That hometown return has been the plan for weeks, and there has been no change to Punk being promoted for the show. That matters because the July 6th Raw already had a loaded main event advertised. Sami Zayn defending the Undisputed WWE title against Cody Rhodes. And if Punk walks back into WWE that night, he is stepping right into the middle of the SummerSlam title picture. Punk also had fans reading into his own words after he appeared on commentary for Cage Fury Fighting Championship in Chicago. When asked about doing another CFFC event on a Friday, Punk suddenly acted like his schedule might be a problem. Well, was that a Friday? It's a Friday. I don't know if I can make it. The line got people talking because Friday is SmackDown night. Punk didn't say SmackDown by name And he didn't need to. Fans know the schedule, and Punk knows exactly how to feed them just enough to get the speculation machine moving. He also played around when asked if he had any big news, brushing it off with a joke about his weight. Dave Meltzer also brought up this and addressed it. And again, there's updates, because here on SeanzView, we don't just give you the news, the rumors, the gossip, the speculation, the breaking news. No, we fill you in. We fill in the gaps. We give you the updates. We give you the latest. We give you if there's any changes. And the first one, that his horse was sick, which is a famous Terry Funk line he used on Vince McMahon twice, if not 3 times. And even later in the show, he says, my horse is named Terry, for those of you who like the little inside stuff. And he was absolutely doing that. And then he was asked at one point about, are you going to be back announcing for us? Because he said that he doesn't travel anymore because his horse is sick. So he goes, well, if you're on Fridays, I might be busy, which is his way of telling everyone that he's bound for SmackDown. And that is where Punk's SummerSlam status gets interesting. It was pointed out that Punk is on that side of the board now, and Sami Zayn holding the WWE title. Again, Sami Zayn holding that title, right? Gives WWE another possible direction to go in before they get to Cody Rhodes. So that was that. So, Punk on the other side, he's in the mix. He could beat Sami too, eventually, obviously, they're going to get Punk and Cody. That's the whole reason they're doing this, is to get there. Originally, that was a SummerSlam match. A lot of that changes. So that was the CM Punk story. But we all know, like the plan was Cody Rhodes defending the title against CM Punk. That absolutely was the plan. Okay? 100. I know it since the day after WrestleMania is confirmed in several meetings. The WrestleMania cards is the issue. The SummerSlam cards is the issue. That's where they're going. Meltz also states that Sami's title win may not have been part of the long-term plan. He pointed to WWE not even having a nameplate ready for Sami as one sign that this may have been a late shakeup. And again, guys, it is hot as a mother. Excuse me for botching or blooping a couple things or twisting a couple things. Guys, again, it is hot as hell. It is literally feels like 115 degrees. It is sweltering. It's overtaken my fans. It's overtaken my AC. So I apologize in advance. This creates a big question for CM Punk, because if Cody Rhodes beats Sami on Raw, WWE can still steer right back towards Cody versus Punk at SummerSlam. Again, I don't think Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk really needs a WWE title on the line. It can be all about bragging rights. It can be all about who is the best in the world. It can all be about who is number one without the title. Again, I think Sami Zayn needs the WWE title more than a Cody Rhodes or a CM Punk needs it right now at this stage of their careers. But ladies and gentlemen, WWE may be changing course, and Punk could suddenly have Sami Zayn in front of him instead. So it could be Sami Zayn and CM Punk at SummerSlam, or ultimately, we could get another triple threat match. We don't know what direction the WWE ultimately is going to go in here. So here is what we know so far. WWE still expects Punk back on the July 6th Raw in Chicago. Punk teased that Fridays may become a problem for him. Meltzer said Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk was the original SummerSlam plan, and Sami Zayn's title win may have thrown a giant wrench into that. You want to talk about a curveball. Punk versus Cody still looks like the destination the WWE wanted. Sami Zayn now is the wild card. If Sami's title reign is short, and boy, I'll tell you what, I hope it's not that quick. For all those fans that are Sami Zayn fans and that defend him and want Sami Zayn as the undisputed WWE champion, that would be a hellacious thing. Imagine waiting all those years for Sami Zayn to finally win the big one, become the WWE champion, and then he loses it days later, 7 days later, 8 days later, whatever it would have been. If WWE actually keeps the title on Sami, then Punk may have a different SummerSlam road than anyone expected. What do you think CM Punk SummerSlam match should be now? Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn, or someone else entirely? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below and let us know in stereo your thoughts, your comments, your opinions, and your emotions on all that. Also, leaked voicemail exposes Ari Emanuel telling Vince McMahon Endeavor could help with his legal mess. Now, this is big. This is huge. This is obviously blockbuster. Again, the leaked voicemail exposes Ari Emanuel telling Vince McMahon Endeavor could help with his legal mess. How does that change everything? Will we ever see Mr. McMahon? Will we ever see Vince McMahon in a WWE? The belief is that the next time we ever see Vince McMahon in the WWE would be to accept a Hall of Fame induction. Also, Adam Copeland, Edge, ladies and gentlemen, says Vince McMahon didn't realize what he had with Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest. Also, Hulk Hogan body cam footage also shows paramedic disputing CPR claim before his death was ruled natural. Again, we started off the show talking about Hulk Hogan, and we're still talking about it. We're still bringing it up. The immortal Hulk Hogan, the red and yellow, the black and white, whatever it may be. Maybe Hulk Hogan shouldn't even be dead right now. But again, we did hear that there was complications following that neck fusion surgery. And I think, in my estimation, again, I could be wrong. I think had Hulk Hogan not went along and had that surgery, because that's a big surgery in of itself. Never mind being in your 70s and having that surgery done. Because Hogan was going to live his life, the rest of his life, always in pain, always in agony, always having difficulties, having to have support walking around. But when Hulk Hogan went in for that neck surgery, I think that's what really was the death nail of Hulk Hogan. I think that was really what was detrimental. And then after you have such a big surgery like that, especially as many surgeries as Hogan's had already on his back, his legs, multiple surgeries. I mean, the surgeries are ridiculous. It's out of control. I just think Hulk Hogan should have never had that surgery. And then one thing led to another. He didn't really take it easy. He didn't really take a rest. He didn't really take a break, according to those in the know. And now we got this life without Hulk Hogan. We're now enduring WrestleManias and SummerSlams without the immortal Hulk Hogan. And sadly, it's a part of life, guys. It really is truly a part of life. Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers, we are receiving word right now that a massive star has announced their retirement after neck concerns. Ladies and gentlemen, a top NJPW star announces retirement after new neck concerns. Also, we are receiving word, according to the dirt sheets, the websites, and the newsletters, that Bret the Hitman Hart claims Hulk Hogan cost him a major WWE Championship payday. So as you can see, even in death, Bret Hart and Hulk Hogan are still going at it. The grudge still exists. Also, how TNA created Ultimate X match without using a ladder, as Jeff Jarrett has just pulled back the curtain on one of TNA's most iconic match concepts, and it turned out that Ultimate X was born from a completely different strategy. Stephanie McMahon was actually against Vince McMahon's WWE sale to Endeavor. A leaked voicemail. Again, there's a lot of leaking. There's a lot of controversy. There's a lot of conflict. There's a lot going down during this very episode of The Brash and the Brazen. The curtain on Vince McMahon's mindset before a WWE sale process went public, and it sounds like that he already had made up his mind. Also, we are receiving word at this hour that the idea, that's the insider, is saying that WWE made Obafemi Brock Lesnar messier than it needed to be. Also, guys, if you remember, it was on this July the 4th, because not only do we bring up new and exciting and controversial and brash and brazen WWE news and updated and upgraded, we also go into the wrestling historian part of the video where we talk about the death. And it was on July the 4th, ladies and gentlemen, that we lost one of the great characters of the 80s and the early 90s. I'm talking about Adrian Adonis, who was killed and died in a car accident. It was a car crash that took the life of Adrian Adonis, if you can believe that, ladies and gentlemen, all those years ago in 1988 in Canada. Our thoughts and our prayers, and we will always remember, and we always have in our thoughts and our prayers, the great Adrian Adonis, who is another that should be in the WWE Hall of Fame, in my estimation. Also, the final deletion totally reinvigorated our total careers. That is what Matt Hardy said about the Hardy Boys. Your thoughts, your comments, your opinions, and there's still a belief. There is still a thought process that those two will indeed be back in a WWE ring before all is said and done. Do you want to see the Hardys return to WWE? Place your comments, your thoughts. Have a happy July 4th. Without you, there is no SeanzView. Stay locked on to this very channel, because there's a hell of a lot more to come every day, multiple times a day, around the clock. I don't stop for you.